That was lovely.
That was lovely. That was quite a long introduction piece. Welcome back to Creative Talk Podcast. My name is Kabraska King, Managing Director, author of King Creative Media.
And I'm Amber King, Director, Co-founder, Extraordinaire.
Extraordinaire.
But hey, look, enough of me, about me. We have this new sign.
We have been putting a little bit of effort into our setup here at the Creative Talk Podcast. It's, not massive changes, but for us it looks pretty cool. We're quite happy with the new kind of setup with sitting here. We still got some other stuff to come, but let us know what you think about the new sign, the new look of our Creative Talk sign.
I could be one of those hosts, that's like, hi, Creative Talk.
So it's been a wild ride so far. Like this month, we're now at like July. It's the 1st of July. It is halfway through the business year. Normally, end of financial year is when we start doing a whole bunch of stuff with our clients all over the world. And so this episode is going to be a little bit different. Amber, do you want to tell what we're going to do?
It's going to be quite different.
It's going to be different.
So, just, keep an open mind. Keep an open mind. So we are all about providing tips and tricks for business and helping people out. And you know that we like meditation and we talk about mindfulness and things like that. We want to take it a step further and give you a tarot reading for business for the month of July.
Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. A tarot reading is very woo-woo, kind of spiritual, kind of weird. Maybe even some of you might think it's a bit witchcraft and a bit crazy. To let you know, though, we have been on a spiritual path for many, many, many years. Myself and Amber have been doing it for a long time now. But we haven't really shown people what we do with it within business. One thing that we do on a yearly basis, and sometimes more often, sometimes daily, is we look at how we can use consciousness to actually work for our business. Now, some of you may not even heard that that's a possibility or even know that you are, connected in a way where you can actually use these things to be really beneficial. And we've used it before we even knew each other, but now that we work together in the same company, in the same business with a whole bunch of different cultures and clients all over the world, this way of trying to set intention and get some insight into what's coming is something that we do all the time. So to you it might be weird. To us it's just normal.
To us it's a daily.
To us it's just like we just tap in daily and do cards or other stuff. And today we thought we would share with you tarot in a way where you could actually do it yourself in your own business. But we're going to do one for the month of July. It's the first of the month. We would usually do one of these anyway, and I think it'd be kind of cool.
I think so.
Just to see what we get.
Just see what we get.
There's some stuff happening all over the place.
There's lots of stuff happening. And, take it with a grain of salt. If you don't believe it, you don't have to watch, you don't have to listen. You can switch off. We're not forcing you. If you're curious, give it a go. See what comes up. You never know. It's not going to hurt anyone.
We're also not really big religious people. This isn't an agenda for us to start pushing a religious kind of, I don't know, what would you call it?
It's not connected to religion at all. It's not, you can only be friends with us or follow us if you are into tarot. No way. This is just a different part of our business and our lifestyle that we want to share with you.
Yeah.
And if it's going to give you a bit of guidance for the month ahead, then so be it.
Cool. Right, so
should we get into it?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, so let's do, obviously we're not talking to one-on-one here, so we're going to do a collective tarot reading for business, people in business.
In Australia, New Zealand? Where are we focusing?
I'd say whoever's watching. We have a lot of our followers in America, so for everyone watching. So let's just put that intention. This is a tarot reading for everyone in business watching us, all our followers watching and listening. So we'll do 3 cards. We'll keep it simple. So let's set that intention.
And the thing with regards to doing tarot is that it is a way of connecting, using higher consciousness in a completely different way. Most people do it for like trying to connect with loved ones or their health or what's kind of going to come up for them personally. But you can actually use it for a lot of things, a lot of different things. We use it in business all the time. And so we thought it'll be kind of a different change to Creative Talk, because we do talk about mindfulness. We also practice it on a regular basis, like daily. So thought it'd be cool to share that with you with our new sign and our new setup.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, jeez. What does that mean? I'm not going to accept those ones. They want us to fly out. Sometimes you have cards flying out.
Usually you're supposed to take them.
Those were not in the right. I don't feel those ones. Let's go with these. Okay, some guidance for all our followers. That one wants to be. That one
It's a
definitely
definite.
wants to be. That one came out before. Let's take that as the first card. So that's an awesome card. The Empress.
So for those of you that can't see the card, it's pretty hard to see with the light reflecting off it. But the Empress shows a beautiful, vibrant young woman who looks like a queen holding a golden scepter. She has a full crown on her head of multiple stars, which is a really positive sign. She's also sitting on a bed of luxury. Mm-hmm. She's in a nice flowing gown and has some symbols that surround her as well. Do you want to explain?
I will. So this is taken in, say if you were looking into a health type of reading, that would be taken into to mean fertility or growth or something like that. But if we take it in the business context, we can see that it's quite a fruitful, positive card. These things under here that shows that's wheat that has grown. So everything that she is putting into
practice
is becoming fruitful. So this is probably one of the best cards in the tarot deck that you could get. This for the first part of the month of July. I would say that it's going to be a very positive start to the month in business. You've got a lot of flow happening. So there's water in this card, there's trees and things like that. So it means that things are going to be flowing, things are going to be positive, moving, growing, working in the right direction. So whatever you've been working on is coming to fruition, and it's a fertile place, or it's a time of growth.
And a lot of people, because of the COVID situation, have been affected by a whole bunch of things financially. With all your infrastructure could be damaged. How you even manage a team. Most of our team now work from home, so it's a very, very different space to what used to happen within business. So whatever you've done in those changing times to really manage that, and also set yourself up for like the rest of the year, it's going to start coming in a real positive way.
This one just fell out as well. This will take it as the second half of the month. Do you want to explain what's on the card?
So this is one Pentacles or just Pentacles?
That's Queen of Pentacles.
This is the Queen of Pentacles. So again, we actually have a very strong feminine kind of approach coming through on both of the cards. The second card is another female. She's holding a pentacle in her lap. Again, she's surrounded by beauty and nature and also abundance, which again really points to the fact that this month is going to be quite a beneficial month for those in business. All the hard work that's kind of gone into the previous months leading into this is really coming into a mature time. So it means that it's going to be quite sustainable. It also means it's going to be very positive, and that the two of them combined together really give us a massive, massive insight that things that you've been working on all the way through to this year, and maybe even last year during COVID, are now going to start paying you back, are now going to start setting you up for the rest of the month for you to be extremely positive, fruitful, and also growing within your business. This looks like sustainability, comfort, but also, what do you call it? Not grounded, but like complete kind of like...
kind of contentment. Yeah. And the pentacles in the tarot deck represents money or material wealth or material things. So the fact that she's holding on to this, she's not holding on to it tightly like some of the other images in the tarot deck. She's really relaxed about it. She's got, I feel like around her there's beautiful flowers and greenery. There's mountains. So mountains can also represent that she's climbed a mountain to get to this point. So it's been a hard slog. You know, it hasn't been easy. She's been working hard towards, or what you've been working hard towards, has finally come to fruition, and she's got the money there, or the funds, or the pentacles, to show that everything is paying off. She's also got in there, there's a little hare or a little rabbit, which means to me it's that to me in business is showing it's still a bit lively, it's still a bit fun, it's not all like a drag, and
it's not doom and gloom.
It's not doom and gloom. Like it's going to be a fun time. It's going to be like a fun, fruitful kind of time for you during the middle of the month. It's going to be, I think you're definitely reaping what you sowed in the first part of the year. That's what I get from that.
And the two of them combined as being both female, for me as well, also mean it's a real good time for feminine energy. So strong-willed females out there, listen up. This is your time to shine. This is the time where you can step forward, really own that space in your business. Hey, babe. And then really like be confident. Go out there and actually put yourself out there, because now is the time when the energy is actually working in your favor. So now is the time to go for that promotion, to put yourself forward for those ideas, to really make sure that you are able to get out there and be noticed. What's the third one?
Okay, third one. Nothing popped out. So let's do, what pile would you like?
I would go with the big one.
All right. So we'll take a card from the top pile. Oh, another queen.
Wow.
So you've got
Cool.
another queen. So a lot of feminine energy, just like what Carrasco was saying. Just say if you're a man in business, it doesn't mean that this doesn't apply to you. Everybody has a balance, has masculine and feminine energy within them. So
that's why I wear pink flamingos.
Everyone has it, but some people will tap into one side of it more than the others.
True.
Than the other.
Very
so
true.
this, males don't think that this is just for females. This could be maybe telling you to get in touch with more of your feminine side, your softer side, your creative side, rather than your analytical and logical side, because that's maybe where the business opportunities are coming in too. So Carrasco, do you want to tell us what's on this card?
Yeah, so this is, again, a very strong woman that has literally achieved everything in her life. She's done the hard work. She's also managed it to a point where now she is like the biggest thing on the image. She's bigger than the mountains. She's bigger than the other things. She's above the clouds as well, and sitting quite confidently as a queen on top of her throne. That means that she's at a place of not just comfort, but also really asserted herself as queen and in a really positive, strong place in business. So for you, as a reading for business, as Amber was saying, if you combine the three together, whatever work you've done previously is definitely reaping rewards. It's going to come into that time for you and your business to actually start getting some of that back. Start getting some of that energy that you've been putting into your business and all your customers and all your supplies, to start getting that back. It's going to start happening from this month onwards, I feel. And also this month is huge feminine energy, which means, for me, it means getting in touch with more of yourself. So a lot of self-care, a lot of looking after yourself, a lot of connecting with friends that you love, family that you love, especially if you're in lockdown. Now's the best time to do it. But if you're not in lockdown, like we are, probably the only state in Australia at the moment that isn't, get out there, meet friends, get out there into nature, go and look after yourself, because that type of feminine energy is all about love, is all about self-love, looking after yourself, being healthy, and also connecting and making sure that everyone's okay at the same time.
That motherly kind of nurture yourself, help to nurture others as well.
What do you see?
So in this card, you'll see she's the Queen of Swords. So swords represents things to do with your mind, the mental aspect of business, so the thinking aspect. This one is to do with money, and this one is to do with abundance. So I feel that she's definitely sitting on top of as Kabraska said, like on top of the world kind of thing. So she's in the clouds. She's kind of achieved by the end of the month, you would have gone through this process of like everything coming to fruition, and then you've reached to the pinnacle and you're really achieving what you had set out to achieve. There's a lot of flow in this one, and each of the cards there's water, so flow, there's a lot of flow happening, so it's not going to be stagnant energy. There's going to be opportunities coming, and then it's up to you if you want to take them, but I feel that you will, and you'll continue on to take more command of what you're doing, and just to have more confidence in what you're doing, because these are really, really strong cards. Like
really positive.
If we were to get the Devil card and Death card today in business, I'd be like, there's going to be some big changes. But I think this is heading in the right direction. You've done a lot of work to get to where you are. Don't stop. It's a positive thing coming your way in the month of July.
And you may have been busting your ass and not getting anything back. Like in the first 6 months of this year, I think a lot of us were in the space of COVID especially. Like, what the hell are we going to do with business this year? How are we going to work? What am I going to do with my team? Blah, 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 clients. Like, it was a shit show. Like, it was real tough because it was like everything that happened last year still continuing on, and it didn't feel like it was going to end, and that sucked. Like, as a business owner, it sucked. And some of us were again going into lockdown, and then that sucked even more. So a lot of restructuring has gone on, a lot of energy within that space of you trying to adapt and change and keep going and be persistent with your business and evolving it into whatever you've turned it into now is going to start paying off. That first card there really does represent all the hard work that you would have to do in order to nurture and regrow your business from the bottom level.
And it's really interesting. Yeah, I was just going to say, we just pointed out the same thing at the same time. So in this one, there's love, there's a heart in there, and the woman's side in the middle of it. So I think that comes from self-love and being more loving towards others, and then that self-love then ends up in money, so the accumulation of more money, and then mentally you're in a better space with this card at the end of the month because you've done all that hard work, you've nurtured yourself, you've got the money in, and mentally you're like, yeah, I'm set, we're sorted, we can do this. Yeah.
So as an overall reading for the month of July, huge feminine energy, which means continue to do self-care, which means continue to look after yourself and your family and also those around you, and also get out there and connect more with nature, spend time outdoors when you can, physically look after yourself with exercise, do all those really cool things, because nurturing yourself and looking after yourself in a motherly way is all divine feminine energy, and that is something that is really, really strong, especially for this month in business.
Also the creativity aspect, so the feminine side is about creativity as well, like with that first card and the aspect of fertility, that can be creating your world. It doesn't have to be creating a baby, it can be creating your world in the way that you want it. So you've put in the hard yards, you're starting to create it, you're loving yourself, you're bringing more love to the situation, and then it's paying off.
Yeah. And then the third one is all about the confidence that you have when you start doing those two things. If you've created a new change and then you're standing within that and you're looking after yourself, obviously the positive change is going to continue and you're going to feel quite confident in your new approach. This new road that you're creating for yourself and your business is going to pay off. And you just need to you just need to trust. We say it all the time, but you just need to trust that all the hard work you've done up until now is going to be worth it. Like it does actually pay off. And it is going to pay off. It looks like this month is when the payoff starts kicking into high gear. It feels to me like it's definitely going to drive for a lot of businesses that are small and large into another kind of energy, which will be quite fruitful financially as well. And creatively, there's a lot of energy out there that feels really positive. Overall, though, the total card reading is hugely feminine energy, very, very positive if you're in business and you've been sowing the seeds to get work done, and also going to be really, really beneficial financially.
Yeah.
Looks pretty damn good actually for a July reading.
That's great. It's giving me a boost.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. And I would also say, because this is very entwined in the feminine energy. If there's if you're in a partnership in your business, and usually it's the male that takes the role.
I'm going on holiday.
That's
what that means.
If there's a female involved in your business, that's, you know, even if your staff, maybe tap into them a bit more. What do they think of? Do they have other ideas? Do they? Is there some project that you think they could take over, or look into definitely what the females in your business can bring, because you never know.
They're gonna be like a vital point of not only contact, but the creative energy that's going to come from them, the work ethic that's going to come from females at the moment during this month is going to be worth its weight in gold.
Yeah.
So guys, if you're with your partner in business, or if you have a lot of female managers that surround you in your corporate business, shut up and listen to them. Like literally, like just shut up and listen to what is going to come out, because you'll be surprised at how this stuff actually works. It doesn't necessarily mean that you have to do a lot of things, but it does mean that there is a lot of positivity that's going to be flowing directly through feminine energy and females. And so now is the time to get out of the way, shut up, listen, and then just follow what naturally feels good.
Yeah,
that's what I've learned to do.
Listen to the man.
That's what I've learned to do.
Don't fight it.
It works.
Just go with the flow.
It works.
Yeah.
It works. It sounds crazy, especially for business, because it's so analytical. You usually go in and put the effort in, you get the reward, you get the money, you know, same old crap. But there's a part of business that has nothing to do with business. It's like when you put something out there, you actually don't know if that deal's going to come off or not. You actually don't know if that relationship is going to pay off or not. And there's an aspect where you kind of just leave it up to the universe to see what kind of comes back. And in this instance, with this reading and with this potential energy that's happening in July, it's about masculine people taking more of a step back, or a second step, like don't have to be front row anymore, and just being there as a supportive person rather than the controlling person, and letting the other ones take over.
Yeah, or tapping into your feminine side more so than the masculine side.
Again, shutting up and just listening to what's kind of going on.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a cool reading.
All
that was
right.
our first one.
Yes.
With our first new sign in this new space. With the old faces. Anything else you want to talk about?
No, I think that's really good. I think that's everything.
So there you have it. Creative Talk is going full on mindful this month. We've just finished our business tarot reading for July. If you like this kind of content and you want us to do more of them, let us know. We'll definitely do it. Well, we're going to do it anyway, so you're kind of stuck with it. But we think it's just a really cool way for us to share part of what we do within mindfulness with you. Also share with you that the fact that, you know, tarot cards aren't all woo-woo and fucking freaky and all that other crap that people think that it is, because it isn't. And we use it in business a lot. Like, we'll probably share some more stuff, but at the moment, this is a good insight to get you started with what it is. Anything else you want to say?
I'm just happy to be able to share that.
That's a real positive reading.
It's a really great reading.
Like,
I
was expecting like some real COVID death cards, but we didn't
get them.
It's
it was a really good reading, and it wasn't rigged. You saw me. I chucked them out everywhere. No, you saw it.
Yeah, and when cards fall out like that, you have to pay attention. Like, don't just keep shuffling the deck and keep going, because it means that there's a strong, strong message which is wanting to come through, and you've got to pay attention to that.
All right.
Well, that sews it up for this episode of Creative Talk. We will be back next week in the same set with our new sign, doing the same stuff, but we'll probably be talking about something different next week. So if you want to tune in. We look forward to hearing from you. Thanks for watching, and we'll be back next week.